Hello and welcome to this week's episode of They're Not Even Real Housewives though. This week it's me and Tajani and we're joined by our brand new friend Renata who has some very exciting gossip to share with us. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're good. We are in the future to you. We are, what is it, 1,000 hours ahead of you? It's very strange.
Yes. The time difference thing confuses me constantly.
So much.
It is a lot, especially because our clocks changed at a different time to everyone else's clocks changing.
It's rude.
Absolutely.
Rude. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Good.
I forgot what I was going to say. Great start. It's a Sunday evening. I'm tired. Okay. I just need to wake up a little bit. Okay, cool.
Been dance mum today.
I was dance mum today. Yes, I was in a dance studio all day today, so that was fun. Okay, cool. So
that's a lot of work. Yeah,
mate. Teresa does it 4 times. I don't know how that bitch does it. I haven't got time to be doing 4 kids worth of dance stuff.
Can you imagine? Kids dance. One of them is really into football.
Gabriella, who we don't think is her child.
Oh yeah, the one that we think is like the cuckoo.
Yeah, that kid looks drastically different.
So dramatically different.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm amazed how much Melania is turning into Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I'm surprised that it's shocking me because it seems like all the clues were very there, and I'm like, oh my god, she's like her clone.
But she's out of her 2 parents, rather Teresa than Juicy Joe.
Yeah.
But I think she's Juicy Joe too, because she flies off the handle at
she's Juicy Joe personality, but hairline
is Teresa, yeah.
Right down there.
Well, did you see Melissa did an interview recently and said that Teresa had surgery to move her hairline back?
That surely is not a thing that is offered.
Well, you can just get laser hair removal, surely, on your forehead.
But I suppose people do it the other way around, don't they?
Yeah.
They go from back to front. So maybe just go. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't want to go down her neck. Maybe she donated it to someone.
No, Teresa doesn't give away shit for free. Let's be clear.
That's true.
Imagine if you had it transferred, you start flipping tables. The hair grows into your brain.
That's not how science works, but I'm here for it.
That's how science worked in 90s films.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, digressing. We haven't even started yet.
Attention.
I know. Okay, cool. So, Renata. Was it Renata? Did I get that right? Right, cool. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you got into Housewives. Like, what was your gateway franchise? Why did you start watching, etc.?
I'm always really embarrassed to admit this, but I started because I was flipping through channels randomly one day. I think it was when the Style Network still existed, and I found Bethany getting married.
Oh, the spin-off she had. Yeah, okay.
And I watched that, and I was enraptured. I was this is great. I want to watch this. This is great.
Yeah, that's a unite. It was like a unique coming in.
Yeah, and it was a step up from Jersey Licious and whatever that was on Style Network, which was absolute trash. Yeah, I think it's even I'm above.
Oh wow. Okay, well, we're saying we're above reality TV. That says something about the reality TV show. That's not a great advertisement. Okay.
Yeah. So I started watching that, and I mean, I do think it's because Bethany is very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I got involved in that, and then when it was right as because she only had 2 seasons of that before her entire marriage fell apart.
Yeah,
on screen. So it was terrible.
I think it was the boat trip that sealed it, wasn't it? When they went on that boat with the therapist.
I never really watched any of Bethany getting married. I saw her actually get married, pregnant,
and pissing in a bucket.
Yeah, and I think I was like, oh,
yeah,
oh, that's a hard watch.
Yeah,
I watched some of it when she was in the car with what's his name, the realtor,
Frederick,
and being like, I don't have anywhere to live, and just being like, this is so stressful. I'm not watching this to be more stressed.
Yes. I mean, Carol Radswell really had it right when she said Bethany has 2 speeds. She's either crying or she's wound tighter than a top.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. To be fair, I feel like I'm very similar to that. I'm either moving at 100 miles an hour or I'm on the couch. There's no in between. I don't do things like I'll do everything humanly possible on a Monday so I can just not do anything
nothing
for the rest of the week. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no balance. Yeah, none.
Yeah. So then from there, I think she pivoted almost immediately back into RHONY. So then I started watching RHONY. And as seasons finished, I would go back and watch the first couple of seasons. And my best friend and I started watching together, and we would watch the first seasons.
Okay.
And then from there, pivoted into Beverly Hills. And I think we started with the first season there as well. But then when we got to like the Brandy seasons, I was like, I can't do this. I can't do Brandy.
I think that is fair. I find Brandy very hard.
Yes. I can't handle Brandy. Like,
I love Brandy so much. I love Brandy so much. I thoroughly enjoy watching her. I do watch her through like my fingers. Like, oh my god, it's like a car accident on the highway,
it's
right?
Cringy.
Yeah, like you can't look at the car crash, but you like slow down to peer, like at the car.
Okay, well, this is a very touchy subject. Literally after my weekend of being on the motorway. Thank you.
Okay, all right, sorry. Okay, interesting. I've never heard anyone go from New York to Beverly Hills.
I think it was possibly the connection of like Bethany and Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And how fleshed out do you go? Do you go into all the franchises? Is there anything you won't touch?
No, I go into all the franchises, but lately Orange County has been boring me to death.
Yes.
I can't remember the last time Orange County had a good season.
Well, it's going to have a great season now. Vicky and Tamara are back. It's going to have a great season.
I do think so, but I did see a post that apparently the reason it's been so delayed is because Heather Dubrow is just being so difficult about everything, and she's not getting a good edit in her opinion. And
she's like,
no.
Oh.
And what's your favourite?
I mean, pre-season, whatever was the last season, 14, 13, whatever, of RHONY, definitely RHONY. I mean, those women are insane and they make the best television.
I agree. See, that's interesting because you don't live on that coast.
Yeah, no.
I view it from afar. But I don't know. I feel like the East Coast has maybe it's a bit more British in its kind of cutting humour. But you don't associate with a West Coast franchise.
Yes, I do agree with that. Yeah. California is much more, I don't know, chill. Like they don't get that type of humor at all.
Have you watched any of the foreign ones? Have you watched Joe Berg or any of those?
I watched the first season. No, I watched the first 3 episodes of the first season of Joe Berg.
I think that says everything we need to know, doesn't it?
I couldn't handle it. It was so bad. The lone white woman on the show at that stage was so cringeworthy. And I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't.
Did you feel like it was an attack?
Stupid song. Exactly. Like I was like, this race is such a dynamic thing in South Africa as is, and it's not nearly as like touchy as it is in the US. Like in the US, you can't go there at all. Whereas in South Africa, it's very much like part of our daily life and everybody sort of acknowledges it. So it's much more chill in that sense. But at the same time, these franchises are going out world over. Like, let's not. And in one of the luncheons or whatever that she had at her house, she said that you people, which already I'm like, ooh.
We all did a face.
Yeah, that like, made my bum clench.
You people came to lunch and then all of a sudden there were flies in my house.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
And
that's a turning off moment. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh. And I was like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, God.
Good choice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even watch Kelly Dodd. I think I would just vanish into existence.
Yeah. Have you watched the UK one? Have you watched Cheshire?
I haven't.
No, okay.
Should I get into that?
I mean, I wasn't overly
very
excited.
Backgroundy.
Yeah, I wasn't overly excited by it. It never really appealed to me. And then one of Rosie's friends said you need to watch it, so I watched it, and then I ended up binging it in like 4 days. It's
Nothing has happened in the entire franchise.
No, it's very staged.
Yeah.
The confessionals don't feel natural. The shade isn't the same. It doesn't have the same kind of vibe. But if you want to see kind of a UK version of the show, then I would suggest watching it. But it's not. It doesn't give you the same, like, you're not going to walk away with like the same affinity you would for like RHONY or any of the other shows. It doesn't have that kind of draw to it as the rest of them do. But yeah,
I feel like the accents are fun if you don't live here.
Yeah, they're all very different.
Because you don't really get that accent very much on telly.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably for a reason.
For the most part, my Real Housewives, I don't want legal drama. That's why Beverly Hills has also been like boring me lately. I don't care about legal stuff. The same with Salt Lake City. Like, it's boring aside from the Jen Shah stuff, and now she's not there. Like, and even that sort of drama, I'm like, it's too close to like people
too real,
genuinely by this. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I want RHONY level drama of us fighting because, I don't know, Sonja slept with someone that somebody else said they slept with first. Like, I want that.
These are the problems.
Drama.
Yeah. I want that, and I want more walking around your awful houses. Like, Ramona was always great for showing you her like terrifying apartment, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want.
Yes, exactly.
I want to see them grown ass women shit on the floor. That's just like,
oh my god, they just shit all the time in RHONY.
And they don't care either. I love it. I absolutely love it.
They don't care. I just don't think they have any option. There's no control.
No. They definitely, like, there's nothing stopping them at any point. They're just
like not a sphincter, nothing.
Not a sphincter.
You need a cork.
No, they don't.
It is not there.
No. I mean, there's a reason Sonja wore a diaper, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, there's just so many iconic moments in RHONY, isn't there?
Oh my god, so many.
There really is. I mean, RHONY is just it's the gift that keeps on giving.
It really is. And no matter how many times I watch it, I'm still shocked by every single thing that I see.
I was very amazed in when they were doing the snippets of being on boats in Ultimate Girls Trip, that they didn't have
ones on.
They didn't have anything from it. They didn't have I was like, where is that?
Or the boat trip where they nearly died, right?
Yeah.
The alarms.
I wonder if they just
off
like worn out the tape.
Yeah.
They did have a brief snippet of that one in Colombia. Was it Colombia where they almost died?
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't the like iconic.
It wasn't the scary bit.
Sound clip it wasn't the sound clip of Bethany going, "Oh my god, oh my god." It wasn't that, and that's the part I associate with that boat trip. Like, that's the best part
there's
of that.
Probably some editor who's like, I can't go back there because that's like weeks of therapy if we open that box. Can't do it.
Absolutely. So like, tell us how you discovered our podcast. Like, how did you find it? Why do you listen? What is it about it that like draws you in?
I think I was just scrolling through the podcast app, and I don't listen to any celebrity podcasts or nonsense like that. I don't want to hear whatever.
No shenanigans?
No, like, I don't give a shit. I don't.
Fair.
Like, you barely have something to say on the reality television show you're on. And I only watch because of the interaction with people. I don't want to see you like in your own thing.
I don't want them at the helm.
Exactly. So I do a lot of like recap podcasts. I do some history ones, and then I think it sort of just came up as like a suggested one.
Okay.
And I think it was pretty soon after you started. I don't think I got in that long after. I think maybe like 10 or 12 episodes after you started.
Ground floor.
Yeah. But I really love it because I now live in San Francisco, my best friend still lives in South Africa. Like, we used to watch together. It was our thing. She'd come over on a Saturday, we'd watch the whole week's episodes, and we'd sit and we'd bitch together. And we used to do lots of reality shows like 90 Day Fiance, all that stuff as well.
All those good things.
And exactly. And it's just not the same to do it alone.
Yeah.
So to be able to then listen to the podcast and to hear that I'm not thinking those things on my own. Like, there are other people who share my opinion about this.
Yeah, we get that a lot because a lot of people are like, finally, we found people who aren't saying what they think the people want to hear. They're saying what they actually.
We're rude, basically.
Like, yeah, like we like, yeah, like it was Rosie always says, you're on a reality TV show. You've given me carte blanche to call you a dickhead. Like,
yeah,
if you didn't want to have people insult you, don't be on TV.
don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
don't put your life on TV. My life's not on telly.
No,
Exactly. There's a reason my life isn't on TV.
absolutely.
quite.
I'm obsessed. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Okay, tell us about your exciting recent emotional experience. What are we calling it?
It's like going to see the Pope, right?
Yeah, that's definitely the equivalent.
I mean, I'm not particularly religious, but that's how I equate it. Like, that's going to see like my Mecca.
I mean, if you had to say to me, you could see the Pope or Sonja Morgan, like I know which one I'm picking.
Oh,
No-brainer.
absolutely. Sonja Morgan every fucking time.
Yeah.
So you saw Sonja in San Fran?
Yes. So
What
let
is
me
the
stop
venue?
you there.
Yes.
It is okay. So first of all, we don't say San Fran. It's very offensive.
Okay.
I've only been here a year, so I'm not particularly bothered by it. It's either San Francisco, SF, the city, whatever, just not San Fran and not Frisco.
Okay,
like
wow, Frisco,
heavily
Jesus.
Yeah, that's heavily offensive to all the native San Franciscoers.
See, that's
Oh,
why I
anyway.
did last longer than a year, because I obviously offended
You pissed
them
him
all.
off.
Yeah.
Were you in San Francisco?
No, I was in Los Gatos. I worked in Silicon Valley for a year, but I'd come into San Francisco like every Friday and Saturday night to go out. But yeah, I only stayed for a year and then I
So
came
you were
home.
barred.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not allowed in America anymore. No, I'm joking. I am. I think. We'll see.
Well, the show was at the Palace of the Fine Arts, which is like this big display thing. I mean, I'm sure when you were in San Francisco, you were there at some stage.
Yeah, I've
and
definitely
like
seen it,
yeah. And there's a theatre sort of in the back. It's not a particularly big theatre. Like as far as theatres go, as far as shows go, like you're not doing that because you're selling loads of tickets. You're doing it because you're putting on a show and you need a small enough venue.
Okay.
Oh, Shade, you don't think she just wants an intimate and personal experience with you?
I don't think Sonja knows what intimate personal experience is, considering I'm fairly sure if I was sitting closer to the stage, I would have seen directly through her.
Oh, she didn't have Luann. She didn't have her snatch guard.
No.
She didn't have her snatch guard. I have seen some clips and she was, not. Her legs didn't remain closed at any point, I don't think. No.
Right, good. That's the standard we're at. Nice.
Yeah. So just for context, in terms of anybody who doesn't really know the city, is from the Palace of the Fine Arts, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay.
But generally, when you're coming up from the airport, I can't think of a way you'd be driving from the airport to go past the Golden Gate Bridge unless you're going over the bridge. Sonja is on Instagram the day before and she's like, it just never gets old, seeing the Golden Gate Bridge. It's just so fantastic. And then she flips the camera and she points it outside of the car and it's the Bay Bridge, which is on the other side of San Francisco. And is also not orange.
It's not even the same color. Yeah. Oh,
not orange.
You can't expect Sonja to know the names and specific bridges. Come on.
She's not going to even know what the Brooklyn Bridge is, let's be clear.
Yeah,
that's true. You're lucky.
Yeah.
She could have been like, I'm here in London.
Yeah.
Tower Bridge. She was close.
Fair enough. At least she was like in the right city for a bridge. Yeah. And people were obviously ripping her apart in the comments and they were saying, no. They were saying, imagine her surprise when she drives to the venue on Saturday night and sees the actual Golden Gate Bridge.
Changed it.
Yeah, they painted that really quickly, didn't they? They could come and fix my townhouse. I like these builders. Who are these contractors?
Exactly. So she came out, and I mean, I have to acknowledge I had a Sonja Rita, which they were selling beforehand.
Oh, excellent.
Is it a margarita? Nice.
Margarita.
With like a dirty thong in it.
Thank God, no. But like 90% tequila.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I was on the floor. I was on the floor.
Oh, wow.
And I think she was also having them.
Yes.
And she
that seems right.
Yeah. And she kept telling us during the show that she, you know, doesn't drink that much. She has like maximum 2 drinks a night and whatever. As she like signals for her 3rd drink she's having while on stage, not including any drinks we all know she was having backstage. You know, and she signals, and then this delightful man walks out and just places another drink next to her, and that's a service I can really get behind.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm here for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she came out. The guy who was the moderator had very clearly never seen an episode of Real Housewives of New York.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how do you turn your world around to what's happening in that situation?
Exactly. And he said that he was at a dinner just before, and he'd ran into some people who were also coming to the show who'd asked him some questions or given him some questions to ask Sonja. And there was obviously a Q&A portion as well. But he very clearly didn't really know what was happening, and a couple times asked questions that sort of everybody was like, this is pretty obvious. And at one point Sonja went, "My love, you know, you could have Googled before the show."
Oh shit, no she didn't. I love it.
And I was like, that is surprisingly on the ball for Sonja. Like, it's what I was thinking, but that's surprisingly.
Do you think that's
on
how
the ball.
she recalls things about her life, though? Do you think she thinks it's fine, I'll just Google it?
I mean, that's a very good possibility. Like, it would not surprise me.
Yeah.
I'm amazed she hasn't got like her address written on her keys. She just seems like that type to me. She just wakes up and is like, where do I go?
So what was the purpose of the show? Like, what was she doing? Was it a cabaret-esque? What was it? Like, what was the point of the show?
No.
Oh.
She came out. I'll send you both the video. She came out of the wings. She like hung on the wing at one stage to like come around, and I was like, "Oh, I don't think you should do that."
No, that's flat. That's not gonna.
That's not gonna last. No. And she was like dropping it down, and she was over a chair, and she had her legs over the chair, and she was wearing this very short tight pink dress, and I was like, please don't do that. And at one stage she was sitting on her chair with her legs luckily open to the back of the stage, where this poor man who has never had any experience with Sonja,
she's not going to get rebooked, is she?
And she just went like this with her legs like wide open,
full
and
spread
like
eagle,
top her head back. And I was like, there is no way he hasn't seen everything now.
And is this accompanied by music, or this is just?
It is, but I mean, in classic Sonja way, like the music is really just there as like background noise. She's not on the beat. She's not doing anything.
Right.
You know,
we're not synchronized with the music.
No.
Good,
no.
good.
And
fine.
You can see we're flying by the seat of our pants. We're not.
Yeah. Do you think she's as surprised by the moves as everyone?
Yes. Absolutely.
So how long did this go on for?
Luckily, this delightful little opening dance was only about 2 or 3 minutes long.
Okay.
And ended when she passed the microphone from the bottom of her dress in the dress up to the top of the dress. So that she...
Nice. Like that game. Have you played that game when you have a spoon on a string?
No, that sounds like a northern thing.
yeah, it's hard. It's grim up north.
That sounds like a northern white people thing. Us black people down south don't do shit like that. I don't know what that
is. But yeah, and she did this move several times. The microphone passed through the dress several times.
I mean, if you've got that down, share it with the world, right?
Oh, that microphone.
I mean,
must
what a
have
body
some
trick to have.
stench.
Yeah.
Oh.
And debris, I would imagine.
Oh God, no! She had laser hair removal on the show. Remember, she ain't got nothing down there anymore.
Just think there's just going to be fluff. She's just going to be dusty living in that house. Things will be accumulating. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a sandwich.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. I heard that. Oh, smoked salmon and cream cheese came to mind.
Oh. Lovely.
I mean,
yeah,
pretty apt.
Right. I don't really. Yeah.
So then your man comes out and asks questions, just random.
So this guy had like I don't know if he had cue cards, but he asked like 4 or 5 questions, just sort of like, how did she get into doing RHONY? Like, what was the process? And then she told some tall tale about what happened. And I don't think any of that is true.
Okay.
Like, bottom line of it came down to she needed money. Like,
Shock.
Divorce settlements be damned. I think she needed money. I mean, I don't think she's somebody who has any idea what a budget is. And I don't imagine
But she
her
must have ended
ex-husband
up with
was
so much
hiding
money,
it.
do you think?
No.
Do you think
got
she did
fucked
badly in the
prenup.
divorce?
Yeah, she got fucked in the prenup.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
she
think
just got
any
that
money
house.
she did get was ring-fenced for
The daughter.
whatever her child is, but I can't remember what
What
her
is
name
she
is right now.
called?
I want to say
It's
Presley. No.
No,
I'm
one
sure
of the
it's not
Quincy. Is it
Quincy.
Quincy?
It's not Quincy,
Quincy.
is it?
It is Quincy, yeah. It's Quincy Morgan.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, because they're also descended from the Quincy Adams presidents. There were 2 Quincy Adams presidents, a father and a son. And I assume that's where it comes from. Yeah.
Yeah, that's American heritage both ways, eh?
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, so he asked a couple of questions and then we started getting questions
Right, okay.
from the audience. But it was so funny because after she did her little dance, he, who was very gay, went, "Oh, Sonja, you've almost got me on the turn there." And without missing a beat, she goes, "They always say they're straight until you put them in hot water. Ivana taught me that."
Oh, shit. Oh. Yes. I
And I
really
was
enjoyed
like,
that joke.
Okay.
Turn that water down, Ivana. Stop.
Oh.
I just...
Oh my God,
there
the
were so many
circles
things-
that she runs in is so terrifying.
It's insane. It's insane. It's absolutely
Like,
insane.
people who can't control their bowels should not be this close to power. No.
No.
Oh my God.
I mean, absolutely.
Oh. God, that poor ASM. He must have been like, I cannot get out of it quick enough. Is there an exit through the auditorium?
He wrapped it up pretty quickly. Like, we did a couple of questions and Sonja was ready to do more. There were more people lining up and he was like, "Okay, that's all we had time for, thanks."
Yeah,
and I was
goodbye.
like,
We've got another show.
So how long was
Yeah.
the whole show?
It was supposed to start at 8.
It wasn't late.
One of my friends. Yeah, I roped one of my friends into going, and she and I actually live in the same building. And she was like, "Oh, she's going to be late. Like, are we going to be late?" And I was like, "We are not going to be late. We will be there with more than enough time. Don't worry." And I think the show ended up starting at like 20 to 9.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that seems fine.
we were home by 10.
Oh, that's swift.
And how much did this
I was
expedition
going to
cost
say,
you?
did you do some maths? How much per minute?
I mean, to be fair, the tickets weren't very expensive. They were $35 a ticket.
Oh,
so like,
okay. Yeah, I'd pay that just
Yeah.
to see Sonja Morgan snatch. 100%.
Yeah.
I just
mean,
want to see the
if they
cooch
were
and keep
more
it moving.
expensive- Yeah, like if they were more expensive, I would have been like, "Oh, I don't know if I
It
should do
wasn't
this,"
worth
but
it.
they were pretty cheap. So I was like, I can commit to this.
Yeah.
And how many people, like, to the nearest 100, how many people are we talking watching?
Maybe like 500.
Okay. It's
That's
not
not
bad.
bad.
That's a fact. Yeah, like it's
So
not
we've got a couple of
terrible.
grand out of that.
Yes.
I'm just
Yes, I
worried
don't know
about
what
the
she was paying
townhouse.
venue. I mean, that fucking townhouse. She apparently is letting, I want to say Frenchie, live in the townhouse.
But right now,
And all through, yeah. And all through COVID, she was staying in a motel in Florida.
Yeah, she
hotel,
was like in
a
the
motel.
Yeah, I heard this. Because initially she said she was in like a kind of spa in the desert,
Yeah.
and then the reality sort of appeared.
so like the type
Yes.
of places that you put like a quarter in them and the bed shakes,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
like
yes.
some shit.
All the jets in the
that
back.
type. Yeah. Oh dear God.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida.
Yeah. I mean, the way
Oh.
she was describing it as well was sad. Like, just, you know, she was in this motel, she was alone, it was a pandemic, like there wasn't a lot going on, blah blah blah. And I was like, this is very sad. Like this
She's
whole
like a
explanation.
real life Mrs. Shit from Great Expectations.
I've never read it.
Oh, one of
Yeah,
you
you're
knows
looking
who I mean.
at
She's
it.
like the dusty old one. She was like thwarted at the old. I can only think Mrs. Dalloway, and that's not right. That's Virginia Woolf. She was left at the altar, and so she just like lives in like this dusty tomb of her like what was meant to be her wedding.
Okay.
When I remember, this is a good reference. This is a good analogy.
Okay, good for you.
Someone listening will understand what I mean and will tell me who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or I'll maybe remember it, but my brain is really giving me really terrible suggestions because I said it wasn't Mrs. Dalloway, so now it's like Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm like, no, it's not her.
No.
That's not the one.
Although that would be
No.
kind of cool. I could see Sonja assuming a Mrs. Doubtfire type role.
Oh, so can I.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of
100%.
work.
It
Yeah.
does seem like a lot.
Like, she had a real
but
day
she's-
job, didn't she, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So would you recommend anyone go and watch this Sonja Morgan show?
Oh, absolutely. This chaos. This is great.
She was drunk. It was terrible. 5 stars, would recommend.
I saw Coach. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. I mean, I have a list of some of the things she said, and we'll see if
Okay,
I
go.
can decipher a lot of it. But it was chaotic. I mean, there were several references to the Morgan Library. Like, as I read down, every so often, every time she referenced the Morgan Library, the Morgan letters, I like typed it in, and it's just like every second or
Okay,
third.
so if you're getting further on in the tour, this is a good point to do shots in the Sonja bingo. Morgan Library, shot. Then you'll be able to
Yes.
swim home.
Yes. Anytime, because obviously there's no control over like a question that anybody asks, and Sonja
Yeah.
doesn't have any boundaries. So at no point did she go, oh, you know what, I don't think I want to answer that.
No.
Like, she was open. She was ready to go. I mean, she said that she used to come to San Francisco for Fashion Week.
There was no
Didn't know
Fashion
San
Week.
Francisco.
It's not even on the
Okay.
same coast.
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there isn't one.
No,
I could be wrong.
I'm sure. I mean, if she said gay pride,
Yeah, a bit more of the vibe. Okay, good. Well, good for her. Maybe she just went the week that it was Paris Fashion Week and she just went to San Francisco.
That is possible, because she said that at Fashion Week in San Francisco, she would come and she'd model at Macy's with her toaster oven.
Right.
the toaster oven that doesn't exist.
I just think this is another one of those examples where we're living in our reality and there are just so many options of universes. We can't pin down Sonja Morgan as to which one she's in.
She's in the Marvel multiverse, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's out there with Doctor Strange.
Well,
modelling
Doctor
her
Strange
toaster
is
oven.
moving some shit around for Sonja to exist. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And she's best
Congo,
friends.
get to San Francisco.
And she's best friends with the pig version of Spider-Man.
Okay, you've
Yes.
lost me, but
I mean,
sure. The
She
pig version of
is living
Spider-Man?
in a universe all her own. Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's probably
There's no-
fine. I don't think there'll be enough room in there for any of the rest of us.
No.
What else
No.
did she say? I want to know. Tell me. What else did she say?
So she also mentioned that she went to some sort of fashion school in the 70s in New York. But from what I can gather from a timeline, she must have been very young. And I'm talking like 14.
Right, yeah. Seems likely.
I don't, yeah, because she was like, she went to Studio 54, but like Studio 54 closed in the like early 80s.
Yeah.
And I don't fully...
Maybe she's just lying about her age.
Maybe.
But I mean, Andy,
Maybe.
what?
Oh, I think if she had been there would be photos and we would see.
Because she'd be hanging out with Kathy Hilton in them.
I was going to say, all of those people were evidence, weren't they?
Yeah.
If she's Hollistoning about, we would have seen.
Yes. Yes. She would have been the one to show us.
Yeah, because she'd have been selling it. She'd have been like, I wore this in Studio 54.
Yes. Yes. She would have been the one panting it out, for sure.
Absolutely.
Fair.
So she said that she lived in Chelsea in New York and had a backyard. And I was like, I don't know if Chelsea...
If that's even
has
physically
a park
possible.
that has backyards. Yeah, I'm not convinced about that. And she
Pigeon on a
partied
roof.
at Studio 54 and at Limelight, which I wasn't familiar with at all. But that was when she partied with John Kennedy and Madonna.
Oh, when she said that time with Dorinda at Atlantic City, and then Dorinda was like, John's dead, so that'd be really difficult. That was brilliant. That was
Again,
great TV.
in our version of the universe, he's dead.
That's
Fair.
true.
There's a universe in which Kennedys are just getting on planes and on boats and everything's fine. They're just
riding
cool,
around in open-top cars.
Nobody's worried about a thing. They're all just like, oh, I'm getting a bit old.
Hanging out with Martin Luther King. You know.
Marilyn, they're all there.
Marilyn. Yeah. So she partied with them and then with Billy Idol and Eric Clapton, both of whom she dated.
Right. Okay, cool.
See her getting down with some Billy Idol. I could see that.
It's Eric Clapton I'm less sure about.
Yeah,
It doesn't
like,
seem right. He seems rather poor for her taste.
Eric Clapton, yeah. It's like, yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, I Googled it last night and there are definitely rumors of this online.
Really?
How much of it is true?
They hear rumors.
How much of it is true? Unclear. I think so. I think she started them.
Sonja's such a distinct name and he loved a name in a song. I feel like if there'd been even a whiff, we'd know.
That's true.
We'd have it on the back catalogue. He released every other fucking thought in his head.
Yeah.
Fair.
No shade, obviously, Eric Clapton. Genius. Not the best singer I've ever heard, but you know.
I mean.
Guy can pen a note. It's fine.
And then she said she met the bank and married it.
Well, that's true.
And I was like, have you thought that maybe you referring to it as the bank was part of the reason why this whole situation has played out the way it has?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, they were married for such a brief amount of time. She talks about it like they were married for 30 years. They're married for 6 years.
Yes. They were barely married long enough to have a child.
Yeah. I mean, and one kid. Like, she didn't really secure the bag there.
No, but she miscarried, didn't she?
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I think she said she miscarried a son or something, and she was
that
really...
would have been the answer, wouldn't it? The son.
Well, that's it. She needed the heir, and I think she couldn't give him the heir, and then that was it.
Move on.
Yeah.
Very modern day Henry VIII, that.
Yeah.
But that's how
many wives he's had.
No, but that's how all of the American institutions stay American institutions, right? They have these old school values and viewpoints. They don't really change. Like the Morgans are going to stay the Morgans because they have a certain expectation of what the females in their lives are supposed to give them. And
yes,
not like here. We're not like that. We're not looking down the barrel of a fucking coronation.
No, and we don't, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to keep it moving.
I don't think you should be able to run a bank because your dad ran a bank, though. That doesn't seem like a good plan.
Well, it's worked so far.
I don't know. Isn't Morgan, what is it? JP
Morgan.
I think JP Morgan's not doing too well, is it?
But aren't they partnered with Morgan and Stanley as well? Or is that
it is. No, it is all Morgan and Stanley, isn't it?
Yes. I think they've sort of come together to be Morgan and Stanley. I don't work, or I'm in audit and I don't do financial services. So I'm not always like 100% on top of all of this. And obviously I do a lot more tech stuff.
Oh,
and
Christ, I have no idea what a bank is. So I'm just talking out my ass.
I have what I know about Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, whatever, is that they used to sponsor the US Open.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
And they don't anymore.
I don't think so.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not going super well because tennis is still rich. No. That's still the clients you want.
Yeah. I mean, I had a teacher at school, and she always used to say, you know, the rich people, they have all the gold and they're just moving the gold around at the top.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. They just know how to move all the money between themselves. They'll be fine.
I wonder what all the people she used to go to dinner with think when they see her. I wonder if they see her show. I wonder if anyone reports back.
I think that she's always been like this, though.
It's different when you're rich.
I don't think that her behaviour's changed. I just think that the platform that she's on is different.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
But I see her like with her towels for curtains. That's a different vibe.
But that's rich people shit, though, isn't it? That's like, I don't give a fuck because I know I've got money in the bank type shit.
Maybe.
Like
Maybe it's an old money thing, isn't it? Maybe all their houses are actually crumbling.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think they are all crumbling.
They're all like cash poor.
Yeah. The asset rich. They ain't got any money.
Yeah. I do think her drinking has become like a bigger issue, and that obviously is a lot of her behavior. And one of the questions somebody asked her was, you know, you drink a lot on the show. How is it that the next morning when you're filming, you're never hungover? And she said, she doesn't drink a lot. She's a recluse. Her time on the show is her week away.
Right.
Yeah, her hangover cure is never drinking. She only has 2 drinks a night, and that's why she's always fresh as a daisy the next morning.
Cool. That all sounds very believable.
She's definitely not
she's just still drunk, still drinking.
Yes.
Okay, well, you know,
just don't stop drinking and you won't get hungover.
Yeah, I think that's what her tactic is. Just keep going.
Yes.
I believe that she doesn't drink. Like, if I could be persuaded to believe that when she's not filming, it's different.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, if I had to be near Ramona, I'd be fucking wasted.
Listen.
Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't drink alcohol. I'd have to be high because I would literally throw Ramona off the top of a building through a window. And actually, wouldn't throw off the top. I'd go through a window first.
It would be hard because I think she is strong.
Who, Ramona?
Yeah, I think she's all sinewy and she could latch right onto you.
Yeah, but listen.
I mean, it is true what you said. Like, Ramona, I mean, she is high maintenance and not in a good way.
Oh, she's a dog shit of a human, but I love watching her on TV.
Yeah. Like, if I had to deal with her, I would check out immediately. But in terms of watching her on TV,
excellent.
It's great.
That's why we're here.
Yes. Like, phenomenal. Which also leads me to legacy, because obviously that was one of the first questions.
Of course.
Okay.
Like, what's legacy? What's going on there? So she said that, let me just find it here. She said Dorinda and Luann are ready to film, but Jill isn't. And I know Jill had that whole thing where she said she wanted equal pay.
Yeah, she wasn't being offered enough money.
Yes. Then Sonja said, some of the cast should pay to be on the show.
Oh, the shade.
And then she went, not Jill though.
Oh.
So,
but is that our lineup? Is that our legacy lineup? Sonja, Ramona, Luann, Jill?
No,
That's not enough.
Ramona's not in it. Ramona's quit.
Sorry. So we haven't got enough people. Dorinda, I meant, sorry. Is there no one else?
No, but that's the thing though. RHONJ only had 5 to 6 cast members at their height of being amazing. So they don't actually need that many people in their cast. They're not in Atlanta, where Atlanta needs more than 5 people on their cast, or else it just doesn't work. The dynamic between the women doesn't work. Whereas RHONY, the women are so far apart from each other personality-wise that they don't need that many to bring together to make the crazy, in my opinion.
But that is really just a show of old lushes at this point, isn't it?
Yep. Oh no, Jill don't drink. Or doesn't drink,
She's
rather.
just neurotic.
Yeah, and she's just selling shit all the time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, cool. Fine. Good. As long as we're happy.
I would like
you'll
to
get her
see.
some fucking curtains, that'd be great.
If we could do my ideal RHONY legacy, it would be the first season cast. I would maybe add in Sonja, because she wasn't the original cast member. She says she was approached from the beginning, but she didn't want to.
Okay.
Of course, because she's so shy.
Yes. But
was Alex in the first season?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
I really like Alex.
I think I would like her in real life.
Yes. I think she had her moments. I mean, when Ramona was having her fit in Morocco and she goes, please just get the Pinot Grigio. I mean, I quote that a lot. A lot. You know, she definitely had her moments.
She did.
Did you ever watch them, her and Simon, on the reality All Stars marriage boot camp thing?
Oh God,
when
no.
they went on there to save their fucking
what, to save their marriage?
Well, they were having issues, I think, because Simon's like
Really?
overbearing, and obviously he's like, she needs to come to terms with his sexuality. He clearly plays for both teams, and I think they had some issues around that. I'm just speculating, but I think you might be able to find it on YouTube anyway. It is fucking brilliant TV. Brilliant TV.
They hit me as the type that would like, I think they're going to make it forever. I think they're long term.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll split up.
No.
But I mean, Simon, like every time I think of him, I can for some reason take her out of the equation and like be fine with her. But with him, with the whole thing with what happened when she gave birth to, I don't know if it was both sons or if it was just the one child.
Is it when he took the pictures? No. What did he do?
No. Oh, I don't know if it was both children. Or
I don't remember. I never remember anything. What happened?
He orgasmed when she gave birth to the child.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh.
He was at the end of the bed doing his do.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah.
No.
I mean, no, but I have heard of this as a kink. There are people who have like there are lots of people who have a breeding kink, don't they? And so it's kind of just like
wait, what?
Like an extension. No,
I understand what you're saying.
I mean, I'm just trying not to kink shame. It's obviously very much not anything. I personally did not find it orgasmic at all.
What, having a human come out of your cooch?
Yeah.
No. Was it the burning sensation or the ripping or like the fear of shitting yourself? Like, what part of that didn't you find hot,
Rosie? I didn't have any fear of shitting myself. I just did it. Right. I could be on RHONY. At that point, I was just like, what are you going to do? This. And that line that everyone's like, people ask, and I'm like, everyone shits themselves. So
I didn't shit myself.
Yes, you did.
I didn't. I promise you.
Did,
because
they just told you. They say no. They all say no. And they all go, it's the most beautiful baby I've ever seen, even though loads of them are ugly.
Oh, my babies weren't very
pretty. Ours were beautiful.
No, mine weren't.
Oh.
Yeah. It took a good 6 months for that to come through.
My first one looked a little bit like a frog.
Good 6 months. Yeah. Okay.
Don't they all just look like Winston Churchill?
Covered in fur. Yeah.
Yeah, some are more Winston-y than others.
Yeah.
Some of them look a bit more like kind of old crone mask. And I think Winston Churchill's like relatively sedate, isn't it? You get some real screamers and you're just like, oh my God, that kid.
You know, have you ever seen that turtle? Like you press like the button and it does that weird dance.
Oh, I have seen that turtle. I can't imagine you will have seen this turtle.
But it's like
your homework from this is so weird.
Small shaped head, and it's like this ring like long crinkly neck, and it like does this weird like dance movement while it sings this song. And I feel like that's what newborn babies look like.
I mean, fair enough.
The
I
weird,
can
like,
pick
It's so sad that this phase is over for ourselves.
I'm okay. Right, let's do some quick fire questions.
Okay.
Right, so which team are you on, Ariana or Rachel?
Ariana, who's on Team Rachel?
Someone has to be.
Someone has to. Tom Sandoval.
I don't think her mother's on her team. To be
Oh
honest.
shit. Hey. Oh.
Okay, so in a related note, Tom or Tom, who's your Tom of choice?
There's no wrong answers here, and we won't judge you because you'll be surprised about our response. Oh no, actually, because if you listen to a podcast,
Yeah,
you
this is
know
all
how
wrong.
we feel
We
about
are,
this.
yeah.
You know what? At least Schwartz hasn't like actively cheated that insanely on a partner. Has he?
Well, I mean, he's never been faithful, but he's not cheated with a friend. No.
So you're a Schwartz?
I mean, it's a little bit like picking a political party, isn't it? You're picking whichever one's not the absolute worst.
Oh, I see. You're just going with this is the most tolerable.
The least offensive.
Yes. The least absolutely terrible person.
Well, my thing is, at least I feel like between the two Toms, I'm going to choose Sandoval just because I feel like I'd actually get something out of it. Whereas I don't think Schwartz would fuck me well enough for it to be worth my time.
I feel this is entirely the same thing. I feel if you had a night with Schwartz, it would just end up with him crying with a limp dick on a balcony, and you'd be like, "Oh my god!"
I mean,
one
fair
night
enough.
off, babe.
How many times have we seen Sandoval cry on camera?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I do quite like it when he cries.
That's because you want to whip him and shit. That's why.
I mean, I love it when Rafa Nadal cries. That's way up there.
Rafael Nadal can do no wrong.
Well, he's balding now, though. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a shame.
Isn't it?
Him and Novak Djokovic, I'd like to be a sandwich between
Oh,
them two.
no, not Novak. No,
Oh,
no.
Yes.
Oh,
He has to
no.
get vaccinated first, though.
Well,
He has
he's
to get
not going to
vaccinated.
get vaccinated.
I know,
also,
but still.
no.
Yeah, I would. I definitely would.
Okay, you're wrong. That's wrong.
Okay, so Girls Trip, season 3. Who's your MVP so far?
Probably Candace.
Really?
The thing is, I know that everybody's like having like they're loving season 3. I'm not getting into it. I feel like I'm slogging through the episodes. I feel like we've just come out of Atlanta and watched this Candace Giselle drama play out, and Giselle just annoys me. I don't think she's bringing anything, even as like the pot stirrer. I don't think she's bringing anything. And then the whole thing with Robin, like that annoys me.
Yep.
Then Miami, we've also just come out of. Alexia is driving me insane.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that. I also don't feel like Marisol is on top of her game.
Well, that's
No,
because
she's not.
she's got a burning hole
sick.
in her stomach.
Exactly. I'm not really enjoying Portia that much. I think maybe also after watching the argument between her and Candace, where she was sort of, they were fighting about Portia having defended Monique, and then that spiraling with the whole Giselle thing. I don't love that. I've never particularly liked Leah, and then the Salt Lake drama, I'm like, please
Put it to bed.
I've had enough. Go. Like I don't care about the Salt Lake drama anymore. I didn't care when it was happening on Salt Lake. I definitely don't care now.
Right.
I can't know about the register anymore.
What register? Oh, right,
with
yeah.
the list of the Mormons.
Yeah.
I'm like, this does matter to you, but it only matters in that postcode. No one gives a fuck.
No.
Especially all those women that go to church. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Not having it.
But they go to the type of church that Mary M. Cosby runs. They don't go. Out of the Bravo celebrities, who do you think is going to get divorced next?
Is anybody going to be married in Atlanta in a year's time? This is my question.
Yeah, Candy and Todd will be.
Yeah, Candy and Todd.
Yes. I think Candy and Todd are fine. I'm trying to like cycle through the
who is still married
thing. Yeah, like who is still married. I don't think anyone in Salt Lake City will be getting divorced anytime soon. Not because they have particularly stable marriages, just because they won't.
No, just social pressure.
Yeah.
I think
Actually-
it's Teresa and Louis.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna last.
I think it's
That's
the
not-
DeBros.
Oh yeah, the bros are going to get divorced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Before
can
the
def-
Ruellas, though.
Who knows?
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
There's so many
to be-
options, and there are so few people I think will remain married, basically.
Oh, absolutely not. By the time you've made the decision to put your entire life on reality TV and your marriage, like, you don't have a stable marriage, do you? I mean, stable marriage is like, yeah. Also, I don't watch Summer House, Winter House, whatever.
Oh, I
From
do.
what I've
neither.
seen, that's also a mess. So maybe then.
I don't think you should be allowed to be married on those shows.
Oh, I
like, feel
do.
like
Because that's like
those
Love
are the-
Island, isn't it? They're like only there to bang.
Yeah, but also it's like a younger sort of
Yeah.
show. I saw somebody the other day that when Jason and Bethany did Bethany Getting Married and Happily Ever After, they were younger than, is it Carl and Lindsay? Is that the right
Yeah.
couple?
Yeah.
Bethany and Jason were younger when they did their show than those two are now on
Oh, shit.
Summer House. Yeah.
Oh.
I think you've aged out. Literally.
Yeah.
Well, this is what's
You've
happened with
aged
Vanderpump, hasn't it? They're all too old for the lives they're living.
Yeah, I can't.
They should be 22 tops, really, and they're like 40.
Mm.
And like, they should have cut it off. You no longer work at Sir. You're no
Yeah.
longer on the show. Like, you're
But-
done.
Yeah, but they tried that, didn't they? And then it didn't work. Like season
Right.
8, they tried that. It just didn't work. They brought in new blood, and Charlie's the only one left.
Took me
I
3 episodes to
watching
realise
Newsflash
that Charlie was in
now.
this. And now I
Although
just know
she's
that
got
she's the girl who
something going
doesn't like, she doesn't know about food. That's her deal.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hard pass.
Although I loved her calling out Christina Kelly, because I've now gone back to start the first seasons, and I have just watched Sheena get married for the first time.
Oh, okay, in her crop top wedding dress.
Yes, and the
Don't be mean
ugliest
about that.
infant
That's racist.
Darcy has ever seen. Yeah, that scenario. But Christina Kelly, Katie, all of that, all of them suck.
Yeah.
All of them suck. And my best friend and I were talking about it because she's also doing the watch at the moment. And she was like, with Katie, especially sort of towards season 1, season 2, season 3 with Tom, is her behavior is excusable because she thinks Tom makes her so crazy that she needs an outlet somewhere. And that's why she behaves the way she behaves.
Yeah.
Because she is such a male. And I can stand behind that. Like, when you're dating a boyfriend or you're dating a guy who is, I mean, just so useless. He had a panic attack because he couldn't figure out the point of sale system at
Pump.
and
Yeah.
left.
And he walked out mid-shift. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh dear.
Walked
Yeah.
out. Couldn't
And
figure out
Lisa-
a point of sale system.
Yeah, Lisa Vanderpump said, "Why are you such a big pussy? Like, what is wrong with you?"
Yes.
I remember that.
When
yeah.
Lisa Vanderpump says that.
Yeah. Sometimes I think he's just like something in a human form. Like he's just
I
one
mean,
of
he's
her
a lot of
dogs,
it.
but made into a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's of no worth to the human race.
No.
Oh
What
shit!
consider.
No worth to the human race. Jesus.
Okay. On the other end of that scale, though, no worth to the human race. Who is your GOAT? Who is your greatest of all time housewife?
Bethany. I've got such a soft spot for Bethany. I know I shouldn't.
I think it's
But-
fine.
Yeah, Bethany's cool.
Bethany, I don't think she's ever particularly hid something like of her life. I think she was always very
Yeah.
open. Bethany has always maintained that, like, if you're getting a bad rap on the show, it's not a bad edit. Like, it's you.
Yeah.
And her whole thing is like owning your shit and whatever. And I can get behind that. I mean, I think sometimes she's completely insane. But I can get behind like her saying, you need to own whatever it is. And if you're getting a bad edit, it's because you behaved poorly.
I can agree with you entirely. I think she's definitely up there, top league, as long as she just, her existence stops at the end of reality TV. I don't want to see her product review, Instagram, podcast. I don't need any of that. Her eyes are so sunken. I'm worried about her.
Yeah, she's very skinny at the minute,
She's
isn't she?
like a fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
And she was always skinny.
Yeah, I mean, she started a brand called Skinny Girl. Like, if that's not the definition of the start of an eating disorder,
yeah,
I don't know what it is.
Well, she's got a new one now called Forever Young, right?
Forever Young. Oh, she's gonna fail on that. I worry that her eyeballs are gonna fall out of her skull.
Or backwards.
Just there's nothing keeping them in there.
Yeah,
there's no flesh.
I mean, no, she's not healthy. Let's not pretend she's healthy.
No.
No.
But yes, but I agree. She can definitely be up there.
Yeah. She's
excellent.
She's definitely top tier. Definitely like with the likes of like Candace, Kenya, like you're really top tier housewives, smarter than the average housewife.
Yeah. You've got to have that, haven't you?
Yeah. Because I mean, Teresa, God bless her, she's great TV, but
not much going on upstairs, is there?
No.
You can actually see the dust.
You can
like
see it
spinning,
work. Like, yeah.
As she's like trying to think of things to say and things
coming together.
It's like what Lala said to Raquel. String a thought together. Come on. I know you can do it. Come on.
That was great.
That was brilliant.
I mean,
TV.
Lala has like some things that she said this season that contributes to her still being on Vanderpump Rules, but in terms of storyline, there's nothing.
No. But Lala's great
like,
TV.
She said that they asked a question before they did the reunion. Bravo asked each of them if they wanted, sort of a focus on the whole situation with Raquel and Sandoval and Ariana, or if they wanted like split almost shows where they'll bring them out, they'll discuss that whole thing, and then they'll have a session with just the rest of them to discuss the rest of the storylines. And she felt everybody's storyline was important. And I'm like, what storyline? This whole season has been the Raquel, Schwartz, Katie thing, which feeds directly into the
Sandoval
That's just
thing,
the preview for the Sandoval scandal.
Yeah. Yes. There's nothing else.
I'm unaware that. No.
I don't care about any of that.
Although I love Sheena's little girl. She looks like a Disney character.
I mean, she's
so cute.
So cute. But what is up with naming our children things that aren't names?
No. It's a noun, isn't it? It's still a noun.
Is she Summer Moon?
Summer Moon. And her sister's Winter something. Winter.
Her sister who she ain't never met.
Yeah. Winter.
And
I didn't know that.
Yes, one of his other kids is called Winter. I don't know what the boy is called.
Yeah, so, and they've got the same birthday.
Not Autumn. Oh.
The daughters were born on the same day, so one's called Summer, one's called Winter, and apparently Winter's mum went batshit crazy.
Oh, but it works because of the world.
It does work because of the world.
So it is Winter there and Summer there.
Yeah.
Yes, but is it the right season? Like, was she actually born in winter, or did we just go, let's name our kid Winter?
I think she was born in August, wasn't she?
Which is winter there.
Winter.
And then she's born in August, which is summer there. So I think that actually is fine.
I might have just made August up. I don't know. But
I wonder what he's called. I wonder if it's called Equinox.
Really? Equator.
January.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like once you've settled into that theme, you need to run with it. I still think it's stupid though.
But I think there's a limited number of options. You're going to start repeating yourself quite quickly.
Well, I just feel like from when you have a baby with somebody else called Winter, your next baby mother shouldn't be like, let's call our child Summer, because you don't have a relationship with those other kids.
But she said, the mother. She was like, I've always wanted to call them Summer. I'm like, yeah, but still, I think this is extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, this isn't. No.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, I wouldn't be having a child with somebody who literally, like James said, left the country with the other kids still there. He doesn't see them. I don't know what the full story is. I can't really find it online. I'll see it play out when I get to that season.
Yeah, you will.
I don't really know how next level it is.
Fast forward.
Yeah, well, anyway,
that's the thing.
It's the season before this season Lala is the one that drives the conversation around the Brock situation, and she comes in hard for Brock. And I think she has every right to say what she has to say. She's looking after her friend, and I don't think anyone should take it any other way.
At that point, she doesn't know that she's shacked up with a rapist.
No, she doesn't. And this is the thing. And she says, how dare you compare Brock to my man who's a stand-up guy? And that does not age well.
Oops.
Yeah, that doesn't age well. But yeah.
I mean, the Brock, like with his kids in Australia, the baby mama, like that whole drama is one big red flag. And it just brings me back to Rachel in New Jersey when she said, like, her mom said, if you see a flag waving, there's a parade coming.
Yeah.
I'm here for all the wisdom of Rachel's family.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But I don't see how something like that could literally be staring you in the face. And you're like, yes, not only do I want to date this person and marry this person, but I want to have a child with this person, which is tying you to him forever.
Well, I think if Sheena is interested in you as a man, that's a red flag, isn't it? Her choice of men is fucking terrible.
Oh, shit.
On this note, Renata, thank you so much.
Let's end it on like a
really shady damning.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us. We will let you go and continue on with your Sunday.
But yeah, no, come on again.
Sonja tea. Yeah, we'll get you back on, and it's lovely to meet you finally.
It was lovely to meet you too.
Marvelous.
Put faces to the voices I've been listening to for so long.
Absolutely. I hope it wasn't disappointing.
I know. Be kind.
Yeah.
Hi, and we're back. We've let Renata get on with her life, and we're going to catch up. Should we start with Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
No. You don't sound full of enthusiasm, do you?
No, that's the first one that is, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go. Oh, so it's the morning after.
Oh, yeah.
After the waxing and the luau. And they're all in each other's houses talking about. They're all in each other's
houses. Evan's lunging around in the garden.
I fucking love Evan so much. I really could do without. Oh, wait, no. Let's not do that. Let's talk about. I have some word on the streets.
Tell me.
So, apparently, Melissa Gorga and her camp are setting up Finsta accounts and going around and publicizing bloggers and like Twitter and Instagram people's personal addresses and telephone numbers who are saying derogatory stuff about her.
They're doing a lot of like
her business.
They're doing a lot of cease and desist and stuff. I can't wait to get my letter.
I'm like excited. Come for me, bitch. Like, put my address. I will fly to Jersey. I will drag a bitch down the street. Like, I dare you. It's not gonna be hard to find her little piece of shit house, is it? So, come for me, Melissa Gorga. I'm waiting. Let's go. Eva Marcel is getting divorced.
Yeah, this divorce aplenty.
So, why was he not mangina-ing anymore? What was the situation? Do we know? I think he cheated.
I don't think we don't. Yeah, you've said that, and then I've just believed it.
Because he's going on a defensive, isn't he? He's going on podcasts and shit saying he wants to get her back and all this other stuff. So
yeah, he wants to win her back. He doesn't think their marriage is over.
Well, Eva doesn't seem like she plays.
No, I don't think you're going to convince her.
Absolutely. Okay, this one's about Jersey, so I'll save this one for the end. Okay. The next one is, have you seen the trailer for Atlanta?
I haven't, and you said, and I've seen the looks of like the titles, and they're turning, and they're all in their orange, but I haven't seen the trailer. I don't know what it is.
We have OGs.
Who we got?
Cynthia Bailey.
No, really?
Kim Zolciak.
No.
Deshawn.
No.
Yeah, they're having dinner.
Oh my god, there's so many people.
Literally the clip I've seen is Cynthia Bailey walking into the restaurant and Wig and Deshawn are at the table and they're having a conversation, and that's the clip that I've seen. But then there's the rest of the trailer where they're all coming. Basically, they're coming for Candy this season. And it seems like
I don't want them to, but I can see why, because she's sort of checked out, isn't she?
No, it's a county takedown season, isn't it? It all happens.
She should just leave. She doesn't. I don't want her to, but she doesn't need this.
She doesn't need the money, does she?
No.
No.
Or the exposure or any of the other stuff.
No. So Kim Zolciak did it because her house was going into foreclosure and she needed a paycheck.
She sold that ugly, ugly house.
Yeah. Okay. So talking about the word
What about
on the
your
street.
new Beverly Hills lady?
Oh, I don't know anything about her. She's a nurse,
I don't even
right?
know her name. And he's a
Retired footballer.
sportsman. Yeah. But I feel like, isn't she supposed to be kind of famous? Isn't there? I feel like we're supposed to know her.
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
She's just another diverse member of the cast. I don't really know.
Not white. Ooh.
Yeah. Shocking. That's 3 of them now. What?
Goodness me.
Okay. Rachel Fuda.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently shouldn't be called Rachel Fuda.
Right.
She should be called Rachel D something. Some Italian sounding name that begins with a D and an apostrophe.
Okay. She's not married?
Yeah, but John Fuda's name is not John Fuda.
Right. What's
She
his
made
name?
him change his name because she wanted the clout from the Fuda name. So apparently John Fuda's mum is the heiress of Fuda Tiles, which is like this big tile business in that part of the world.
Okay, because I was thinking, what is the Fuda name?
Yeah, and then but she married another guy and had John. So she changed her
John's
name.
Dad is not the tile tycoon.
No, the mum is. So Rachel made John Fuda change his name to his mum's maiden name. So she could have the surname Fuda. Yeah. Wow. I don't know if it's true or not.
She does not come to play, does she? Wow.
No. And then Jackie's beef with her sister is because she was fucking Evan first. That's not true. Jackie's done a video to say that's not true, but I want to believe it's true, and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna perpetuate the rumor. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, and I hope it's true.
Oh, she's so annoying, Jackie.
I can't stand her.
Can't stop.
All right. Anyway, so back to New Jersey. So with the next morning.
Yeah, they're all having breakfast. They're having Turkish breakfast, which looks great.
I love me a Turkish breakfast.
I've never heard of the term Turkish breakfast. It just looks like all the food.
It's like the sausages and the good tea and the good coffee and it's all the things and some nice feta. Yeah, man, I'm here for it.
Then we hear that there's going to be no physical altercations at the Fuda brunch.
No.
Or the Dorolo brunch or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So then we have the recapping of the night before, and Melissa is like mocking Danielle's accent, which I think is rich.
Coming from Melissa Gorga.
I'm like, have you heard what you fucking sound like, babe?
Have you seen what you look like?
So
when I get a breeze when you move your lips, you've gone too far with the fucking filler. You need to back the fuck up, bitch. Melissa Gorga has me pissed this week, like fuming.
She's very, yeah.
Like, I just.
So, for clarity on the Danielle situation.
Yes.
None of us think it's just the Instagram shit.
No, of course not.
Of course there's more, but equally, I don't feel like she has to tell me.
No, it doesn't add anything.
No, she has enough interesting going on. I don't need to know about that.
No.
Your brother's not here and no, fine. Why is everyone being such a prick to her?
Because they want another family dynamic.
Fall from grace. Yeah.
No, I think they want another family situation because it's worked so well for them for the 15 seasons or the 13 seasons they've been on it with the Gorgas and the Giudices. They're thinking this is like the next thing.
I thought it was interesting when Joe B said that all the mums are off limits.
Yeah.
And I think as someone who's like, he's there with his mother-in-law quite a lot.
Yeah.
I thought that was like an interesting.
Did you see when he was on Ready? I was like, little Joe B. Oh, when Joe came back to ask Louis to move the car.
Right.
And Louis stood up and was like, da-da-da-da, and Joey was like, da-da-da, but it didn't actually amount to anything. But like the camera panned to Joe B, and Joe B was like up there, like on Ready, like waiting for it to like kick off. I was like, oh, that made my panties a little bit wet. Let him go. It's a bit gangster, Mr. Joe B.
I like him. He's a good man.
Except for putting lashes up your nose. I mean,
I thought that was funny.
oh, and then Margaret's going to go put that on her eye?
No, that was the bit he'd trimmed off.
Oh, okay. I'll allow that then.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
He was recycling that. It was all good.
All right, cool.
I can't handle the Joe versus Louis argument, mainly just because they're so red. They're so red. All I can see is red. It's so upsetting.
Whose version of the pizza oven story do you believe?
I don't understand anybody's fucking version of the pizza oven. I don't understand how the money adds up.
Do you know what part I believe? Joe Gorga was never going to put any money towards it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the part I believe, 100%.
So tell me what is supposed to have happened. Because the way
Joe
Louis first
said-
explained it, I was like, you haven't put any money down either. You just said you were going to buy some pizza ovens, and Teresa bought some boxes, and then Louis didn't, and then Joe didn't give you any money.
Well,
But how have you spent £250,000?
because I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know.
So he's saying he bought
He bought
I'm glad. He bought the pizza ovens in Italy. Why? So he bought $250,000 worth of pizza ovens and shipped them.
with
Or, like-
boxes.
No, the boxes were bought in America.
Right, okay.
But just how many pizza ovens can that be?
I don't know. Because I don't know how much a pizza oven retails for.
It can't be. Because like you go to a pizza place and they have a pizza oven.
Yeah, but they're huge. They're
Yeah,
not.
but they're not 100 and something grand, surely. It's just a fucking oven.
I would say the ones that they use in restaurants are approaching 100 grand for sure.
Okay, but that's another. There's another 100K involved.
Yeah, but that's also you're not buying an industrial sized pizza oven for the house. I'm assuming these are ones I can have in my house.
No,
So-
he's going to have a shop, isn't he? That's the plan.
Oh, I thought it was individual pizza ovens that you could just buy, like branded
no,
shit, like the toaster oven.
it's like a pizzeria. They want to open a pizzeria.
Not
I
again,
think.
because the first one didn't go well. So why would he open another pizzeria? I
think that's what it is.
Oh, then I have no idea. I can't answer your questions because I don't.
Why would you buy boxes? Oh, for the individual. I was just thinking pizza boxes.
No, for the individual pizza oven.
Oh, fuck. No, I hadn't thought of that.
I just assumed it was like a
Either way.
$400 pizza oven with their faces on it and they sell it.
Mono's face.
Yeah, well, Teresa's face apparently because she did the photo shoot.
Yeah. I mean, but why? Like, you're already not getting along, so why would you do this business?
Well, but it wasn't. This was from last year when
But
they
they
did
weren't
the
getting on
flashback.
then.
Well, I don't think that there was an issue then. I think the issue happened whenever they tried to do this business deal and then it actually started to kick things off. I think Teresa and Joe had beef, but I think Joe and Louis were okay.
Okay.
And then that's when they had the conversation with Mr. Tiki and Mrs. Tiki, and they were like, go on, say it. And he didn't want to say anything, and he was giving Melissa the look, like the kick under the table to say, like, shut the fuck up. What's Mrs. Tiki's name?
Tricky?
Okay, no.
Tracy?
Tracy. There we go.
There you go. We got there. Still can't remember Mrs. Frank's name.
Brittany.
Yeah, so that's stupid, but I don't want to know more.
I'm done.
I'm over.
Absolutely.
So we go to the fooders.
Do you know what I'm not over?
What?
The meat that was being served at the
The
fooders'
meat?
house. Mate. That looks like some prime aged Florentina. Have you ever had Florentina?
No.
You've been to Florence?
Yes.
And you've never had Florentina?
I don't think so.
That's just rude and disrespectful.
I don't know. It was mainly all like puccini and wild boar and stuff.
No, so it's Florentina is like a particular method of how they dry age meat
Okay.
and then how they cook it. So it's very similar. So like the ends will always be like more well done, and then as you come into the middle, it's like still blue,
Okay.
right? But you have never eaten meat like it.
Okay. Wow.
Next time you go to Florence, you have to eat Florentina, mate.
Okay. Happy to go back.
And it comes like on the table, you know, they just like slap down big fucking slabs of meat and they've got loads of sides on it. And then you get like
There was a lot
jugs
of
of
meat
wine.
going on.
And you know, like, and you're sitting there for like 4 hours, and then you walk out and you're like wasted and you're full, and it's like, yes,
Great. People are doing bone marrow shots.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Also, these men who bring this meat, this accent, I mean,
Oh, just every part of it makes me really, really warm and fuzzy inside. I love it so much. So much. But the bone marrow shot, I love bone marrow, period. I love bone marrow on toast. I'm a massive fan of bone marrow. But bone marrow shot, yes, please. Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm not a fan of?
What?
Dolores with the dark hair. Everyone loves that testimonial look, and I'm not feeling it.
I like the look, but I don't like the hair. That
like
makes
the hair.
sense?
Yeah. I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
She's all so now she's saying like, oh, I don't know Jen's business. I don't know what's going on.
So they get into Jen's marriage, don't they? And then Jackie does the thing where she's talking about it, but she's not doing it in a malicious way, which for me was a shock because Jackie doesn't really do that. She usually there's an agenda to why she's saying certain things, and I was quite shocked by her lack of agenda. And they get into Danielle, and they get into they get into
Rachel
a lot.
and Marge and all of it. Yeah, it all kind of is a little bit like
and then Rachel and Danielle have a bit of a confrontation.
Conversating.
Right, okay. So first of all, I say conversating just because that's just something I've always said, and I'm fully aware it's conversing. I know it's conversing, and it's something that really angers my mom. Like, she gets really angry when I say it. Like you can see she goes red. But when you're saying episode upon episode that someone is being disingenuine, you do not get the right, or also, I could give a shit. You don't get a right to have a conversation about who says conversating.
Okay.
It's disingenuous, and I couldn't give a shit. Because if you could give a shit, it means you care, you stupid cunt.
Americans don't understand this. They say, I could care less. I mean, and I'm like, you mean you couldn't care less?
Because if you could care less, it means you care less.
You care.
Oh.
If you could care less, then care less. You couldn't care less.
They also say St. Patty instead of St. Paddy. Like, there's so much
And also
wrong.
St. Patrick is like, it's some sort of weird, like, children's pageant there now.
Yeah, it's not. If you look up the history of St. Patrick and then see if you saw
this is a man expelling fucking snakes out of Ireland. What are you celebrating?
Anyway, fuck off, Margaret. So, Danielle, come through with your conversating. I'm here for it, and I will say it in solidarity with you forever and ever. Amen. So,
there was all sorts of things said wrong this week, wasn't there? Because there was also Joe making a mountain out of a molehill.
No, that was Joe. That was Teresa.
About Joe.
About Joe, yeah. It's a molehill out of a mountain. No,
he was making a molehole out of a mountain. And they corrected it. They were like, it's a molehill. And I was like, it's still the wrong way round.
Yeah. And my favourite part was when Jen wanted the picture of the mermaid, Jen Fessler, and she said to her husband, you have to make me skinny sitting next to her. And he was like, how am I supposed to do that? Oh, loved it.
I mean, we should stop now just hiring women to be sitting in places. It's getting weird when you're and it's outside in the daytime. There's like 20 people there. It's weird.
I don't understand. Unless they're all on pills. The only acceptable reason for that is if you're making like a Coachella type-esque thing in your back garden and you're all taking a bunch of X. And
you're just like, let's sit next to this woman who can't talk. It's very odd.
It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. And then they asked if she was drunk. What? She's sitting down. How would you know?
She's just sitting down. I just think they're just like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have the like daddy issues row. I'm like, who here's not got daddy issues?
Yeah.
Like, none of them I'm looking at going, what a great relationship you got with your dad. That seems fine.
Well, Jackie seems to think that her and her family are absolutely fine, even though she hasn't spoken to her sister in 15 years and both of her parents went to jail for embezzlement. But it's okay. You want to probe, but you want to probe other people for their shit, but you don't want to talk about any of that.
Yeah. I really found it really distasteful when Louis said that he'd been with horrible women.
Oh.
I'm like, you don't see the common thread there. You don't see what made these women unpleasant.
Well, I mean, they just didn't put up with your shit. Okay, so let's talk about Louis' behavior at this thing when he's sitting down. And he's sitting down and talking to Melissa. First of all, when he's holding Melissa's hand, I'll be like, fuck off, cunt. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
That was weird. And then the way he's like belittles Teresa, shuts her down, dismisses her feelings.
Yep.
Completely refuses to listen to her. So, I mean, to be fair, nothing he said was wrong.
No, but it's still just beyond rude.
Would you be with a man who spoke to you like that?
Absolutely not.
In private, never mind in public.
In front of my fucking family and friends, no chance. No, it's awful. And and you can just see he's so like livid because he's like flashing like maroon at this point.
Yeah.
And then it's all sort of bluster, isn't it? It's all like bullshit.
And why did Joe not react when he said about his dad? I thought there was going to be more about this pajamas thing.
The fucking pajamas? How anybody could let that statement go? But like we sort of said to me, it's such a weird, like there is no context. So it's such a weird fucking thing to say.
Yeah, but
I think like... you just go, okay. Like no part of the human brain knows how to react to that statement. There was no social practice for that. No. So I think your body goes into defense mechanism there. It's like, ooh, run away. Yeah. I don't understand why everyone is talking about John Fuda's chest and nobody is talking about John Fuda's slag tag.
Slag tag? Where does he have
that fucking tag? Massive tattoo on his lower back?
I haven't noticed it.
Oh my god, it is huge and awful.
How did I not see that?
Yes. Everyone, go do your homework. Go and look at that. Let's all judge him for that. It's a bad idea.
Let's talk about it. Yes. All right. Next week we'll talk about it. But yeah, they have this argument, and then the Gorgas leave.
Yeah, sort of. They have to go and get someone to move their car and blah 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 blah.
And then you get the flash forward for the rest of the season when they go to Ireland. And they have some stuff like fabulous.
Yeah,
it's annoying. Why don't we know these things? We could have made a really quick jump over the pond to Ireland.
We'll go Dublin
to see them.
Yeah.
We could have done it in a day.
There was some Instagram of them being in Dublin, wasn't it? And then that's when afterwards everyone was in Paris. Which is even closer.
That's even closer, yeah. All right, we need to pay more attention to when they come to Europe. Okay. Housewives in general.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's move on from Jersey then.
Vanderpump or Girls Trip?
Girls Trip.
Girls Trip. Okay, so
have you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up because last time we spoke, I'd only seen episode 1, and now I am all there.
Okay, so just give me your thoughts. Like,
okay,
how
mainly my thoughts are that I hate Leah.
Okay,
she's so annoying.
Okay,
she's so self-involved, and I think Portia absolutely hit it on the head of being like, she wants attention, and then you give her attention, she's like, no.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I didn't believe any of her chat about like how everyone was like all of the editors and the team and everything were fucking horrible to her.
Remember I was saying that before?
Yeah, and everyone else said no, and how it was her season and her show. I'm like, well, you just haven't been asked back. Like, you've been fired from this show.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, she's just like, I think it's not like a lot of what she's saying about like the alcohol and the drinking and Heather and all of that it's kind of valid, but equally they're all saying like, if you're not enjoying yourself and you don't want to be here, just fuck off.
Yeah.
If you just don't get on with any of these people and you think you're superior.
Yeah.
And that's not uncommon, is it? I think that's quite a normal part of the sober journey when people have this sort of like holier than thou.
It's like the people who give up smoking and they like cough when you light up a cigarette next to them. And I was like, bitch, 2 days ago you were smoking a cigarette. Like, let's not do that.
But also, it's unfortunately, like, whether you like it or not, this is something that is part of normal society. And if you don't want to be involved, that's absolutely fine. No one should make you like feel pressured or feel odd about that. But you don't get to judge other people for it. It's like Marisol said. She was like, you had to give it up. I don't have to give it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And if you know you can't handle that, then don't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
And like, this is no shit to sober people. Sober people are great.
Mm-hmm.
But I've met people who've been in that stage.
Yeah.
And like, everything you're saying about yourself. But you're saying it to me, which is quite annoying because I'm not judging you. Like, I'm not going. Because you can't say the retort, isn't it? You're sort of you're held then, aren't you? Because you can't go, well, yeah, you think that because you're an alcoholic. Like, you can't say that. That makes you a dick.
Yeah, yeah. True. Very true.
So then we've got the Heather. Fuck, what's her name?
Whitney.
I'm gonna think of Wendy. The Heather Whitney of it all, and the what is for TV and what is the row, what is the Mormons. I had enough of that now.
And then she called Lisa Barlow. What the fuck?
Oh God, yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would Whitney call Lisa Barlow? Don't narrate me. Don't do that.
Narrate me.
Don't narrate me. Best.
But they're like best friends now, isn't it that?
But she was never. Oh no, she says the 3 things that Heather lied about on camera. Yeah.
Yeah, and I still don't think I quite got them.
She was never friends with Lisa Barlow. She's not leaving the Mormon church.
She never said she was friends with Lisa Barlow.
No. And I don't know what the third one was actually.
How Jen punched her.
Oh, that was it.
How she got a black eye.
That was it.
Yeah. I don't think I need to see any more of that. It's too. I liked when Heather was like, it's mean, but I like it when Heather feels like she's sort of losing and being like ostracized. I thought it was really funny when she was talking to herself at breakfast. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
I
like Heather's responses to everything as well. Like when they were on the boat and it was just like the worst boat trip ever. And Heather was like, okay, the scraps that we have on our show, I like, this is major league. This is like these are the heavy hitters of franchises everywhere coming at each other.
Oh, she's fangirling all over.
And she was just like, this is everything. Like, she didn't know where to look. She was like, who do I look at here? Candace? Okay. Oh no, Candace has been activated. Let's not make eye contact. Portia, oh shit, no, Portia's coming for everybody. No, Portia's up from her seat. Oh dear God. Like, you could see the way that she was like commentating about the whole thing in her head, and I thought it was fucking brilliant. But that boat ride was too much.
It was not good. I love Candace's enormous hat.
I want one. I really
want one.
That would be perfect for you.
It'd be so good for me. I would be in it from now till October.
So what do you think about the beef between Candace and Portia?
I think it's valid.
But do you think that Candace should be this upset about not having a platform to have her say?
No.
Like, do you think that she's okay?
I think she could say what she like. Say what you like. You're still on fucking TV, aren't you?
Well, yeah, and I watched the episode of the chat room, and I was very shocked at how hard Giselle came for.
Yeah,
Candace's
I think that's
defense.
really to her credit.
Yeah, but my favorite part was I defended her in the 7-Eleven. Damn, I even defended her in the Whole Foods. The difference in like. The thing, so she's going up the 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee in a Slim Jim, and then she's hitting Whole Foods to get what, an egg salad? Like, what's she doing?
I thought Giselle was much more likable this episode.
I really like Giselle. She's given me seasons 1 to 3 Potomac vibes.
I think there's been some middling vibes, but this episode was good.
Yeah, I enjoy her.
I like her. I do find it weird that you can just be like, yeah, this is the theme, and we're just like throwing it. Like, it doesn't matter that we're in Thailand. That's just like a backdrop. Interesting.
Okay, what do you think about Portia and Giselle's conversation, and it turned into Marisol being called a black woman, and Giselle and
being called a white black woman,
and then Portia calling Giselle white? After we just,
I'm not sure how we are. What is the deal with the word Creole? Is that? Where is that?
Like, it's the kind
Can I say that?
You can say it, yeah. It's not a...
I think when I grew up, I don't think Creole was okay.
It's like if someone said red skin, right?
Okay,
Like
yeah,
in Jamaica when you're like red skin or
yeah.
you're like light skin or something like that. Like it's not necessary. It's not usually used as a term of endearment.
Yeah, not usually a compliment.
No, but like it's that kind of. I think it's that kind of thing. But it's like the
Okay.
part of where they're from, because her mum and dad are quite light, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I think they're considered Creole because of where they're from. They're from New Orleans. I think it's just that part of the world. I don't think it's
Okay. It's not a
thing.
maroon equivalent, or is it? Because is it implying that there is white blood in there,
Yeah, I would assume.
master in there somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, wasn't it Giselle always said that her mum told her she wasn't allowed to play outside for too long?
What could she get down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting twist.
Because the way she came for Candice when Candice said it to her at the reunion was a very different energy that she gave Portia.
Yeah. I think she's decided she's pro Portia, hasn't she? She's decided that. So
well, they've been friends from a long time. They've been friends for a while.
I think Portia is great telly, but she would be. Can you imagine being on holiday with her? It'd be so fucking annoying.
She's a lot.
Like, turn it fucking down.
However,
go put your tits somewhere.
I fully enjoy getting KFC delivered.
Oh my god, so rude.
I love that so much.
Fucking rude. You get KFC twice.
But isn't she supposed to be a vegan? Wasn't that Portia's thing?
No, I think that was just like very brief post Hot Dog Man, wasn't it?
Okay.
I think it was in between the husbands. Okay. I liked it when she said she missed her Nigerian tits.
I love this whole thing. All right, I have a feeling people are going to come for me for saying this now, but I thoroughly enjoy Americans not all Americans, because a lot of them know where they're from, but they have absolutely no concept of where they are from. Like they're African American, but they don't actually know where they're like. They have no idea their heritage.
But how would they?
Roots, where they're from. Because you find, like, surely you would find out. Why would you not know?
But how can you find out? You mean
unless you're fresh off the boat? If you're fresh off the boat, then obviously you would know. So you're like third generation immigrant.
Yeah, but if you're like descendant of enslaved people, you don't know. These are people who
do your DNA.
Okay, well, yeah, but I don't know. Does that really tell you anything?
Checks.
I don't know how detailed that thing is.
Don't be shocked whenever you're like, oh my god, I'll tell you something. They played some really shady games in this last episode.
They play shady games on all of them, don't they?
Yeah.
Everyone took Giselle's shady game Portia's shady games quite well, and Giselle's quite well. Yeah. I think that's because they're scared of them.
Yeah. Well, yes. I thoroughly enjoyed the scorpion eating.
Oh yeah. So Leah's not going to eat the barbecue because it's not kosher, but she's going to eat scorpion.
Well, I mean, they came from the ground. Isn't that kosher?
No, kosher, you can't have anything that's like a bottom feeder. So you can't have shellfish. Surely you can't have scorpion.
Oh yeah, fair point. Fair point.
But I don't know. But it seemed, yeah. Do you eat a scorpion? I think I'd give it a go. I'm not even sure that I haven't eaten a scorpion, to be honest.
I've eaten some like crickets and mealworms and stuff. Yeah. When I eat fish eyes, I'm not really that fussed about what I eat.
The poison would be the off-putting element.
Oh yeah, well you don't.
I can't imagine it's very tasty. No, you don't get a lot of flesh on a scorpion.
I know it's just crunch. It's like seaweed. It's like eating seaweed, right? It's just like crunchy.
Yeah, like pork scratchings or something.
Yeah, it's like airy
texture.
Yeah,
and it's gonna have some protein in. I can see why people did or do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They tried to call Jen. That doesn't work.
I would have died if she'd answered the phone.
Imagine. As if she's gonna. I absolutely loved Portia preparing the napkin. What are all the words for Candice's napkins? The triangle.
The way she was like, nothing gets past the cheek.
And they're like so hard, so stiff. Sheets of metal have had less structural integrity than these napkins.
Oh my god, I've missed Portia so much.
Yeah.
I completely disagree with Renate's viewpoint on girls. Like, I feel like Portia's like, I've needed Portia back in my life just for the comedic
I
value.
think she's
She's
exhausting,
so funny.
but she's funny.
Like, I couldn't live with the bitch, and I
No.
couldn't be like friends with her. She's too much, but she's so fun, and I love the way she walks. I love that, like kind of like that weird, like
that
fluffy
model,
thing.
like she's dragging that ass around.
Oh, I love that so much, and she's just always eating.
Yeah, she's always eating.
And she's always eating meat.
Yeah, chicken.
Chicken or ham. That's it. Like, she couldn't be more black.
I do think Giselle is being quite... Like, I wonder if at any point she gets any kind of feeling in her stomach of going, oof, I'm going like I have things that I think in my head and I think, no, my stomach's not going to let me say that to people.
Oh, right. Okay.
I would be nervous. And Giselle is right up there. She's playing the game and that is her job, but I wonder what it's like.
Yeah.
And I wonder if she thinks she's going to break Leah. Because Leah's such a sad sack at this point.
Yeah, and she's insecure, Leah, as well. Like, she's not confident in her decision making, and she's not confident in the things that she's doing. So everything is as heightened to her, isn't it?
Yeah, and like when she cried at the elephant lunch, and then she was like, and then they said like, oh, but you don't want to be here, you're not happy. She's like, oh my god, I was being so vulnerable, and you're all so mean to me. And they're like, no, they're just saying that you said you weren't happy, which you did. You said you didn't want to be here.
Yep.
So I don't really see what the problem is.
Yeah.
There. And how the whole season was about her grandmother dying. I was like, I don't think the whole season was about that. I think your grandmother died and you didn't stop working. You didn't go. And you feel guilty about that.
Yeah. That's the actual issue here. It's not.
And you didn't go because you don't like anyone else in your family and it would have been awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. I like them trying to speak Spanish with the paddles. I love it when Marisol gets into the sprinter and she's like, I'm sorry Marisol couldn't drink with you.
Yeah.
And she talks about herself in the third person.
I love people that talk about themselves in the third person. I think it's great. It's like, I really enjoy that Khloe Kardashian calls her mum Kris Jenner. She's like, because that bitch deserves her full name at all times. And I love that energy. Like, it's just everything. I love it.
Yeah. I think all of that is fun. I think it's hilarious that they can't get like housekeeping to come and make their beds. Why not?
And there's still like a whole bunch of half-eaten bread. Like, why half-eaten bread?
How are we not getting this sorted out?
Yeah, Pepsi, what are you doing, mate?
What is happening? Well, I think this is a language barrier.
But surely, if you're working in an accommodation where people come and sleep in,
surely the beds are getting made every day.
Yeah, like you do that horrible, that really annoying thing where you put the towels back on the rack because you don't want to change them, but yet they still change them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the first fucking time people have stayed in this house.
No,
I do love how much
absolutely.
the floats keep going off the infinity pool.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the only issue with infinity pools, isn't it? Like, nothing stays in them. They just like float off the edge.
But every time they show you, oh no,
yeah.
Imagine if you live down the hill, you're like, oh, there's another fucking unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we also haven't spoken about the Ladyboy gig.
When Candice was wearing the loofah.
Yeah.
The poof loofah.
The performance of a Thailand.
Yeah.
And none of them understand what a ladyboy is. How is this not? How do they not know? How have they not heard of Thailand?
Because that part of the world is alien to them.
They're all so prudish.
They know Europe at a push, and then that's about it. They don't really know the rest of the world.
I find it crazy. I just all of it. I find how like prudish and how like, I don't know, sort of stunted they are. And I get that Leah finds that annoying because that's not how she speaks in her language, but equally you have to like read the room.
Yeah.
Also, I also think she just has a massive cunt. Because she's always like, she's like super into like dick size. and how like you need to be like hung like a horse. And I think you're just like battered out.
You got a bucket fanny.
Yeah. I think you've been like used and abused and now nothing's hitting the sides.
Yeah, no, I think in her drugging days, there's definitely been some
Frequent flying.
and objects inserted rather than just appendages. Appendages. I can't say it.
Yeah, I think those are my. I thought that it was hilarious. Like, oh my god! So the noises that people make when they see an elephant or get massaged. Jesus.
The massage was everything to me. Oh my god, the massage was everything.
I mean, they were really not fucking about, were they?
Was it really that? It reminds me of that massage I got in Sri Lanka. My days. Mike was like, I legit was getting turned on watching you get a massage by this like old Sri Lankan lady. That woman, I've never been touched like it. I haven't. That was everything.
Giselle's like real scared someone's gonna see her naked.
Do you know what I loved as well? And I know I shouldn't point this out because it's really not that relevant, but it is. The level of cellulite on this trip. I really enjoyed seeing. But like, it's just, that's not something you normally get to see. Like, these people always trying to portray like the perfect image and the perfect. And I just thought that looks really, I just really enjoyed seeing it because that's what everyone looks like. And I just thought this was
the Marisol.
Oh, Marisol's
looks like a bag of bones.
Makes me uncomfortable. You know, when she was doing the toe thing for the OnlyFans, and she
she
just looks like so old.
She looks like a little old lady, and it looks like, she looks like she's had her head grafted onto someone else's body.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not right. She needs to eat protein, and nutrients.
Some carbs.
Oh.
Yeah. The colour change in Heather like bronzing her ass was quite impressive. But then Leah is so pale. Leah's like I'm worried about her.
Really pale. She's got a great body on her though, Leah, isn't she?
But she must, like, is she maintaining that paleness and out in that sun? How is she? What is she doing?
I don't know, because you need to ask her what sun cream she uses.
I think she's just like she's haunting them or something. I don't know what it is.
All right. Because you could do with that factor.
Yeah, I mean that needs to be like, that is like a zinc oxide or something going on there.
But it's probably like $800 a bottle or something ridiculous.
Yeah, and like she is freckled. You do see her getting freckled, but she's not like bursting into flames.
No, because Heather immediately looks darker, like even on her face and everything.
And we've seen Whitney get really sunburnt.
Yeah,
haven't we?
And her lips, even her lips look burnt.
Everything. Her lips look so stretched. I find it so hard to take her genuine serious moments seriously because of her voice.
Yeah.
This little girl voice about my long journey.
When she said at the lunch when she was saying about when she was asked a question like name the 3 things Heather's lied about on camera, and she was like, I'm not doing that now because I want to have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
What was that? It was rehearsed and weird. I didn't enjoy that at all.
I'm trying to talk to you about my feelings. Like, I hate that like baby voice. Like, be a fucking big girl now. Speak properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one talks like that.
No.
Yeah, can't have it. Can't hack it.
No. Anything else about Girl Trip? I don't really have anything else to say.
Check my notes. There's more the word bullying and bullies and stuff. I don't know, CBA.
Stop it.
You're all grown. You want to not want to be there, just fucking leave.
Absolutely. And I don't think having a conversation when there's 3 people having a conversation and you're the butt of the conversation does not make those people bullies.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Just suck it up. You're on a show where the whole premise is that you fight. Like, I don't understand why you're shocked.
Leah so quickly, like when she went to Giselle about the like Chris rumor, I'm like, you see that you're fucking stirring the pot here, bitch, right? You're like throwing Candice under the bus and all of this. You're not innocent in any of these situations.
None of it.
Yeah. I felt really bad for the people who worked at the elephant sanctuary.
Oh God, could you imagine?
No. And like those elephants have been abused. Like those poor elephants.
They don't need to hear the noises.
Need this. And they're getting touched and they're running.
and then the screaming, and then all the rest of
You're
it.
gonna get trampled.
Yeah.
Dumb bitch. No.
Elephants are my favorite animal as well. It it upset me watching that.
I don't have a lot of interaction with elephants, but I think they're nice.
Oh, like I'm obsessed with elephants. Like it's a thing.
Oh,
Yeah. They just have
nice.
emotions and feelings, and
They have real tears, don't they?
they do, and they're a genuinely empathetic animal, and I think
Patriarchal society, it's all good, isn't it?
yeah, they do. Anyway, and their babies. I mean, I feel sorry for the women. They're pregnant for like 2.5 years.
Oh Christ, yeah, that's a big baby.
Yeah, and it comes out walking.
Yeah,
That's not normal. But
I think
that's
it's
just
quite normal. I think it's just our kids are dumb.
fair. Yeah.
Like most shit can walk quite quickly. Oh my God, I saw real brand new newborn lambs this weekend.
Oh, I love
Cute.
a baby lamb.
And like leverets.
I don't know what a leveret is.
Oh, like a baby rabbit, baby bunnies.
Oh, I don't like rabbits. Oh
no, a baby rabbit is cute.
I'm not gonna lie, they are cute, but they taste really good too.
Okay.
I love eating rabbit. Rabbit stew is amazing.
Vanderpump?
Yes.
See, because you got to remember, I'm learning all this stuff new, right? So I haven't met Andros. I haven't met Andros before.
He's had his teeth done since his last was on the telly.
Is that why it sounds like he is at half speed?
Oh no, that's how he was before. But he's had his teeth done. But he's like a DJ from the like 70s, 80s, 90s. So
well, then you think he would get the speed right?
No, but he's like he's suffering the consequences of his actions from them days there. Do you know what I mean?
So I've got a new theory about Ali and James.
Okay.
She hates him.
Yeah, but she doesn't like him very much, does she?
She hates him, but she wants to be she wants to be famous.
Yeah. You've
seen her doing because she's been on another show.
No.
She's been on Valley Girls. She tried to have a pop career.
No.
Yeah, there's like images of her playing guitar, singing in malls.
Oh wow, okay. Was she any good?
Yeah. She wasn't awful.
Okay.
And yeah, so she's like trying to stand being with him for the sake of being on the show, which is obviously fucking awful.
He's so creepy.
And what she's wearing and
oh
no.
Yeah, no.
Then my next thing is, how the fuck is Swartz and Sandy's not open?
I don't know.
We have seen this testing, right? These tastings. We've seen these foods.
Yeah. Is it open now?
I think it is open now. People have been.
Okay.
But we've seen this food. We've seen these. I'm literally sure I've seen you've eaten this food before. And that guy who's saying it's all upmarket, and I'm like, everything here is deep fried.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a hot dog and a calamari and fried cheese.
But it had lobster in the hot dog.
Sure. Yeah, great. So they eat that with Jolene.
Yeah.
Jolene.
Yeah. Not
No.
Jolene.
No, not Jolene.
Jolene
and Gretchen. Yeah. Americans shouldn't be allowed to name people. And the girls go to lunch.
Which girls go to lunch?
When they all coordinate their outfits by accident.
Oh, yes.
And my note from that is that Ali looks like a baby prostitute.
Isn't that what Lala called her? No. Who did Lala call a baby prostitute?
Yeah, I think it was her. It was Ali.
Was it Ali or was it the other one, Raquel, in the swimming costume at the pool party?
Oh, yeah, when she was talking to her vagina.
Yeah. I love the fact that she is coming so hard for Raquel.
She's like, I'm not having it.
In these episodes, but she doesn't even know yet.
She doesn't know. But she
happening?
does know, but she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She knows something. She can smell blood. She's like, something is coming.
Can we talk about Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
And how Christina Kelly and Christina Kelly turns up to a wedding event when she is not invited to the wedding or has any involvement with the wedding whatsoever. The
Amazing.
balls on her.
See, because I didn't know about the first wedding and the mocking and the watching from a balcony, which appears to be exactly what they're going to do this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that bitch is thirsty.
I think that's fucking brilliant.
It's brilliant, but it's also the kind of thing I think you can get sectioned for.
Yeah.
And
the way Ariana just goes off on James.
She's like, no, I'm not having any of it.
No. Oh, I loved it so much. And Raquel's sitting there eating her tacos going, you know, whenever this used to be me, I'm loving it.
Yeah, and Ali's trying to like shrink into herself.
And then
she's like, oh my God, I have to go back to my I have to go and have sex with this man in a fucking shared pool.
Oh.
And James is so angry and so upset because this is not about him.
No.
And he's so upset about that.
Oh, God.
Because he is an absolute attention whore.
So, Sandoval and Raquel are having sex at this point, right? Obviously.
But Ariana's going to have some quality time with Tom.
Oh, it made me really upset when she was like, I'm going to make him my prisoner and we're going to have sex and we're going to do all this stuff. Because how do you continue the relationship? This is what I don't understand is how does Sandoval continue a loving relationship enough that she's not suspicious?
I have no idea. I mean,
so he obviously loves both of them or he likes both of them. Like, you can't.
Or I don't know, maybe he can just compartmentalize like Heather Gay. I mean, it's just like hidden in a little box. Also, just the risk that, I'm just assuming that he's having unprotected sex with at least one of them. The risk that you're putting other people at.
Yeah, it's not okay, is it?
Not right, is it?
That's the point. That's the part that I've always said would be the final line for me. If I knew you were doing it unprotected too, there's no respect for me there. None.
Absolute cunt.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure if I can handle a season where Brooke and Lala and Sheena cohabit in a child-raising commune.
No, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. 100% here for that.
I can very much see what he thinks the end scenario is in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's not getting that.
No.
No.
I thought their kind of humbling moment was nice on both sides.
No, I think it was cute. And I think
they both admitted that they had been wrong.
But I just think the way that she came for him last season, it's insane that he's just okay with it now. The stuff she said was a lot. But
he's obviously heard all that or thought all that himself. None of it's not true.
Fair.
And I guess there's a certain amount of I can only affect from now what I can affect moving forward.
Yeah, okay.
He's cut his hair now, and so now I don't care.
I never found him remotely attractive.
No, I don't find him attractive, but I like the hair, and now he's cut the hair, and also
yeah,
the hair was a real distractor from the teeth.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's an error, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think he must be some kind of interesting because you don't notice that he's got most of his fingers missing.
What?
He's got fingers missing.
No, fuck off. No, he doesn't.
He does.
Let me Google this
He's
shit.
missing 2 fingers on one hand from a farm accident.
Right, what's his name? Mr. Sheena Shea.
Brock. I'm saying
Brick.
it wrong.
No, not Brick.
Brock.
VPR.
I feel like it's a really normal name, like Andrews.
I've not seen this before.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's been on the show. I mean, how would I know it otherwise?
No, it's not been on the show. I would have noticed
it must be.
That's the sort of shit that I don't miss.
Well, the whole world is missing it. He's doing some magic sleight of hand, no pun intended, shit going on here.
Okay, hold on. I have to read this. Hold on. Got his hand stuck in a gate.
Oh, in a gate.
But then also he had a surgery. I don't know. Yeah, there's multiple theories.
I would remember how I'd lost my fingers, I think.
I don't think he's told anyone, but he's definitely got a finger missing according to the interwebs.
I think it's more than a finger.
Oh, okay.
I think
It
it's
just
at
looks
least
like-
a finger. I
Yeah,
think it's
alright.
like a 1.5.
Oh, right.
So,
All right.
yeah, there you go.
Well, I found something out today.
What did you think of the surprise engagement party?
Who had a surprise engagement party?
Like a surprise bridal shower.
Oh, right,
Sheena.
yeah, with the Sheena and the James was drunk.
Yeah.
That was hilarious to me. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Every part of it.
I liked Lala being like, fucking stop.
He's on a journey.
Don't have a kid. Just fuck off.
Can I
Don't
not
have
put-
kids. It's not about you.
don't want to put babies in her. No, I don't want to do that.
He doesn't. He just is like, this is someone else's event and I want it to be my event. What an absolute prick.
I just can't imagine his penis being satisfying.
No.
I just feel like there's just
Yeah. No. I like that Tom Schwartz couldn't work out how to use a fucking plate. Dude, he is not smart.
I don't know how can you put up with him. I really don't.
He's so nervous around Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah, oh, he loves her so much. He loves her
I think
so
she has
much.
fucked him twice.
Do you think so?
Yeah, and I think he's just like, any day now it'll happen again.
Oh, I reckon he might have got like just the tip in. I don't know if he's
Oh
like
yeah,
gone
or
full
like
penetration.
yeah, like let him suck her toes or something.
Yeah, or like she's casually grazed past his penis, like just a, like a handshake gone wrong, but she really meant it.
yeah, maybe.
Oh, anything else?
No, other than I just think James and the like forcing his girlfriend to be invited to the wedding and all of it. I think it's so, in real life, I just think it's so rude.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You saw it. You can't spend an hour without his girlfriend because that's essentially what it is. She's been invited to all the other events.
Yeah,
Just not the ceremony.
It's just not, like, just fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would make me
agreed.
double down so hard if someone came back and was like, I'm just gonna like, could you come to the wedding? I'd just be like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd make a point of like not.
I'd be like,
In
keep
fact, I
asking
might-
again and she can't come to the reception either.
I might uninvite him just because he
Yeah.
keeps asking.
Except he's the entertainment, isn't he? He's the DJ.
Yeah, well, he can DJ. He doesn't have to come to the ceremony and stuff.
Pushes someone. That's the deal at the dinner. He's pushed someone over. And that's when
Yes.
for some reason he thinks Adriana should be like defending him or backing him or what. I don't really get his point there.
Well, I think he's saying it wasn't his fault. And the immediate reaction is, oh, James has done something wrong. And he's
'Cause he
like, this
has.
time it wasn't actually my fault. Like someone came at me.
Well, that's the boy who cries wolf, isn't it, bitch?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if a drunk Australian came at me in a hotel in Mexico and started like putting their arm around me and stuff, I'm going to body check them too. Let's be
Just
clear.
move. Like, how can you not dodge a drunk Australian?
Or if he's the same size
Did
as
you
Brock
fucking-
and you're as small as James.
Yeah, maybe. I just think, what, you're getting stopped by people with clipboards in the street? Move faster.
When they start coming towards you, I'm like, no,
Whoop, no.
let's not even. Not today, clipboard. Not today.
We do not have it.
No. Oh, all right. On that note, guys, it's Sunday evening. We're tired. So we're gonna wrap this up. Any final thoughts?
No, my brain is empty.
Fair enough. So, guys, thanks for listening, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.